Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better, Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Well, hello there. Am I on the air? I think I am. And I welcome you to the latest edition of Am I on the Air? What is going down, everybody? It is Monday, April the 20th. This is Am I on the Air? I am your humble host, Don Mega. I, of course, bring you the hotness in entertainment news on a weekly basis, letting you know what's going down in the world of TV and movies and everything else in between. Tonight's show is Season 10, Episode 15. Tonight is Trailer Palooza. Trailer Palooza, of course, because if you've been paying any attention to Am I on the Air over the past couple days, you've been seeing that trailers are dropping out the sky like they're going out of style. We've had Batman v Superman. We've had the new Star Wars trailer. We had the new Fantastic Four trailer. We had the new Jurassic Park trailer. I mean, big trailers all dropping within the last couple days. So it is Trailer Palooza up in here, Season 10, Episode 15. Very excited to be here. Of course, I just want to thank you guys once again. I talked about it on last week's show, but man, the numbers for the listens and the downloads and the hits for this show are continually, it's just growing at a very big rate. And I'm blown away, and I thank you. I talked about how our episode, this is 2 episodes ago now, it was called See You Again. It was the episode where I did the review of Furious 7. That episode now, officially, last week I said it was in the top 5 of my biggest episodes of all time. Since we moved to Buzzsprout, which was, that's our host, that hosts the show. We moved to their network about a year and a half ago. Out of all the episodes we've done in the last year and a half, See You Again is now the biggest episode we've ever done on Buzzsprout. So it is massive. It continues to grow by hundreds of listens a day. I don't know what it is about that episode, why everybody's glued to it, or why it's spreading like wildfire, but I will take it. And it's not just that episode, our Am I Still on the Air, where we talked about the Furious 7, or just the whole Fast and Furious saga, did extremely well. Last week's episode, The Man Without Fear, extremely well. It's been a Daredevil theme going on over here at Red Dragons Radio. Last week I did The Man Without Fear, did our episode. We talked a lot about Daredevil. Our boy Geeky Pat, on his latest edition of This Week with the Geek, he did the history of Daredevil, basically more on the comic book side. So if you want to know more about Daredevil, go listen to that. And on our other show, The People's Forum, our boy Peeps and Friggins did a review, a full spoiler-filled review on the Daredevil Netflix show. So lots of Daredevil stuff going on around here at Red Dragons Radio, but lots of good stuff, a lot of listens, and once again, just wanted to take a second to thank you all for that. All right, without any further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start with a movie review, because we do have one this week. It is the new horror movie Unfriended. You know, I saw the trailer for this, and I thought it looked pretty interesting, just due for the fact that a lot of it was all just done through a computer. You're witnessing stuff happening through Skype, through instant messaging, through Facebook, stuff like that. And I was like, that's actually a unique kind of concept. I thought the trailer was really, really good for this movie, and it had me intrigued from the second I saw it. And there was only one trailer, so I was like, okay, cool, they're not giving away too much. So I saw this movie on Friday night, and I didn't like it very much. I was very disappointed. Some people I know thought it was pretty decent. I think it's just because it was done differently. People are kind of gravitating to it a little bit more. I still appreciated the style, but you know what? In the end result of it, for me, being in that style held it back a lot. You only had 5 or 6 people to even care about in the movie, and when people are dying through Skype, and you only see like the angle that webcam is on, you didn't really see any of the deaths. Like, you saw bits and glimpses, but of course every time a death's happening, the Wi-Fi is getting sketchy, or the internet's slowing down and it's buffering, and you don't get to really see the deaths. And I don't mean to be gory or gruesome here, but for me, when I see a horror movie, especially a rated R horror movie, I expect to see that stuff. If the guy on the other end of the Skype is going to blow his head off, I want to see him blow his head off. I don't want to see him pull the gun up and then all of a sudden the screen freezes and it goes all wonky, and then when it comes back, he's dead on the floor. It didn't make sense. They were pigeonholed with that style. They're already talking about doing a sequel to this movie, and if they do, all I got to say is I hope that people are doing Skype like on their cell phones and stuff, so they can actually be moving around and not just be like in a bedroom the entire film. It had some moments going for it. I thought that the fact that and it really is the entire movie, it's 82 minutes long, the entire movie is shot through the main chick's computer screen. So you see her messing with Spotify, and you see her checking her emails, and she's using Google Hangouts, and she's on Facebook, and she's messaging on Facebook, and they're doing Skype, and they're doing video calls on Skype, and you're witnessing this all through her laptop. And basically the gist of the story is there was a girl that they were friends with. She got really drunk at a party. They videotaped her being drunk and stupid, and the chick ended up committing suicide. And then now they're all being haunted by the supposed ghost of this girl. And she's basically getting revenge on them from the afterlife. So I like the concept, and it was very unique the way it was shot. Like I said, I just felt it pigeonholed them a lot from showing us more. Because, if I get hurt and I fall down, my computer's not following me, you know what I mean? So then you're looking at a screen staring at my wall and not what's really going on, and that sucked because I wanted to see what was going on. I hate the whole fact that, the picture quality only went shitty or crappy or staticky when something bad was happening. Other than that, it was great video quality. But, these movies make a lot of money. They made this film for $1 million. And it debuted, I think, at number 3 at the box office, and it made $16 million. So you know what? It just made 16 times its budget. So it's a profitable movie already, and they're talking sequel, of course. So, for me, out of a 5-star scale, I give Unfriended 2 out of 5. It was just okay for me. So 2 out of 5 on Unfriended. All right, let's get to the news of the week. Now, right after we did last week's episode, the news dropped that Michelle McLaren, who was the director of the Wonder Woman movie, had left on creative differences. This is becoming a trend when it comes to comic book movies. Creative differences, director signs on, they want to go one direction, but the studio wants to go another. They fight, somebody goes their other way. Kind of what happened on the whole Ant-Man situation with Edgar Wright. He was supposed to make Ant-Man. Marvel said this doesn't really fit our universe, and then he bounced. And then they got a new director in Peyton Reed. I feel like this is the same thing. She wanted to make her own Wonder Woman type movie. DC is trying to build their universe, and she just didn't pretty much like it. Some of the rumors that were going around was saying Michelle McLaren was trying to make some kind of Braveheart type super epic of Wonder Woman. And the studio really didn't want to go that route. They wanted to just do more of an origin story, kind of basic stuff. Who knows what's the truth with that? We have no idea. We didn't write the scripts. So, it is what it is. It's a little sad. I thought that her resume really fit Wonder Woman well, and she's been signed to do it since around Thanksgiving time. So it's a little sad that she left, but they wasted no time and turned it around and picked up a new director in Patty Jenkins. Now, Patty Jenkins, her feature film directorial is Monster, which actually won an Academy Award with Charlize Theron. So she's got some good cred. A funny note, though, on Patty Jenkins is that she was actually the original director for Thor: The Dark World. And guess what? She dropped out of that movie for creative differences. So I find it very funny that she's been through this before. She dropped out of Thor for creative differences, and then Alan Taylor stepped in and finished the movie. And then now she's actually the replacement for someone else that left over creative differences. So she knows a thing or two about creative differences. But I wish her luck as they move forward. I'm loving, where the DC universe is headed, and I think, Patty Jenkins will do a good job with it. So we'll leave that right there. Alrighty, so let's see here. The new Destiny expansion pass is House of Wolves. It's coming on May 19th. Mike Teller and Jonathan Levine are teaming for Home is Burning. In American Horror Story Hotel casting news, Sarah Paulson is returning. She's pretty much been on, I think, every single season of American Horror Story so far, so no shocker there. HBO has renewed Veep and Silicon Valley for another season. Very happy about that. I'm a big fan of Silicon Valley, so good to see them get picked up. In X-Men Apocalypse casting news, Olivia Munn has joined the cast, and she's been added as Psylocke. So that's pretty cool. We've never seen Psylocke on the big screen before. Also in X-Men Apocalypse news, we know that Lucas Till, who played Havoc in First Class, and he also had a little role in Days of Future Past, he is returning to Apocalypse as Havoc. So Havoc is returning to join the X-Men team. I'm happy about this. That was one of my beefs with Days of Future Past, is that he was around and they didn't utilize him. They just kind of left him off to the side, and I didn't really understand that when he played such a big part in First Class. So glad to see he is returning to the X-Men fold. Some scenes in Captain America Civil War are going to be filmed in IMAX Direct, which is going to be awesome. So I'm very, very excited about that. Chris Harrison has been named the new host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He'll be replacing Terry Crews. VH1 has ordered a new dating series starring the rapper The Game. So that'll be interesting. Ice-T and his wife Coco are going to be testing a new talk show over on Fox. So it'll be airing in some networks. And if it does good, it'll expand from there. So very interesting. But you know what? If I can see a little bit more Coco, let's do it. Some interesting news on the Hulk front. A lot of people have been wondering, why has there not been another Hulk solo movie? Well, now out of nowhere, all of a sudden, everybody's confirming that the Hulk solo movie rights still belong to Universal Pictures. That when Disney picked up the rights to Marvel and all of their properties, for some reason, Hulk did not get included in that package. So Universal still holds those rights, and Universal has not optioned to do another episode or to do another movie. So, and Marvel hasn't wanted to cut a deal with Universal to do that either. So that supposedly, and this is from Mark Ruffalo also, where he says that's a big holdup. That is why there hasn't been another Hulk movie, is because of the Universal Pictures thing. So it's very, very interesting. I don't know how that didn't get looped in with the Disney rights, because they obviously got Iron Man, and Iron Man was before Incredible Hulk, so very interesting. It's official. Guitar Hero is returning, and Guitar Hero Live will be out later this year. We also posted the official reveal trailer, which looks really, really good. I was a big Guitar Hero and Rock Band fan, so I'm really excited. First of all, they announced Rock Band's coming back a couple weeks ago, and now I'm getting Guitar Hero. Hails to the yeah. I'm super stoked about that. Suicide Squad is now currently filming, so it's real, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes posted. Hopefully we'll get some good pictures and stuff that we can post soon. It's going to be pretty cool. We got some new screenwriters for the Captain Marvel movie, as it's a writer from the new Pixar film Inside Out and one of the writers from Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think this is a great combination here. Two great writers that understand family and fun and the universe and action. I think that this could be a good step for the Captain Marvel film. On the rumor front, it looks like they're saying Marvel is actually going after Angelina Jolie to direct the Captain Marvel film. So that will be very interesting if it ends up happening. So very, very cool. Let's see here. Gemma Arterton, Bill Nye, and Sam Claflin have joined The Finest Hour and a Half. A new film coming out there. I love Gemma Arterton. She needs to be in more. We also have the first teaser trailer for Joe Dirt 2, or Joe Dirte, depending who you're talking to. Joe Dirt 2 is not coming to theaters. It's actually coming to the Crackle network on July 16th. A lot of people have been wondering, what the hell is Crackle? Crackle's like Netflix, but for cheapskate Netflix people that don't want to pay for Netflix. It's a streaming service like Netflix. They're trying to do their own original content like Netflix does, and them doing this Joe Dirt 2 movie is their first step in that direction. It is free, and it'll be out on July 16th, so you can check out Joe Dirt 2, part of our trailer Palooza. We also have Everything Wrong with Paranormal Activity 2, which there's a ton wrong with that film. Let's see here. So, of course, we have the Batman v Superman trailer. This has been a ride in its own right. First, Zack Snyder tweeted and said, I'm going to be releasing a quick 5-second tease for the trailer. And then you're going to get an opportunity to see it on the big screen. Which I was like, what? So, come to find out, basically, the tease was just that. It shows the Superman suit, shows the Batman suit, it says Batman v Superman. See the trailer in IMAX, and you click the link. It takes you to Warner Brothers site, and you print. If you were lucky enough to get some passes, you can print out a pass. And actually tonight, on April 20th, 7 p.m. in IMAX theaters across the country, you can see the IMAX trailer debut for Batman v Superman. It was supposed to be the first time anybody saw the trailer. So, being the geek that I am, I hurry up, I go to the WB site, I get my passes. Alright? I get my passes, I work it out with Geeky Pad, I'm like, come on, we're going to go see this trailer. He's like, alright. Then a leaked version of the trailer comes out from like Brazil or something. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this. But of course, I'm a geeky whore, so I do. And it's shitty. I mean, it's shaky cam, the audio's all distorted, it's in another language, I can't really see what the hell's going on because it's blurry, but I still watch it. And I'm like, that was pretty cool. The very next day, Zack Snyder just says, basically, fuck it, and tweets out the trailer and says, here it is! Watch it in high def, because these studios get backed into a corner. A leaked version comes out, they don't want you to sit and watch a crappy leaked version, so they don't have any choice but to give you the real thing, and that's what they did here. They put out the real trailer, and that was that. So then I watch it, of course, again, because I'm a geeky whore, like I said. So I watch it again in high def, and I'm like, oh, that trailer was so cool. And I cry, and I get chills, and I'm like, this is going to be so cool. Because we get our first look at Ben Affleck as Batman, as Bruce Wayne. The Batsuit, incredible. I love the trailer because you hear this voiceover, and they're talking about, how can we trust this guy? And everybody treats him like a god, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you hear Lex Luthor, and he even says, demons don't come from the ground, they come from the sky, talking smack about Superman. And there's a statue of Superman, and somebody had spray-painted false god across his chest. The first half of the trailer is very Superman-esque. The second half of the trailer is all Batman. And you see the suit for the first time. You see Ben Affleck actually in the suit for the first time, and he's massive. Oh my god, the Batman looks like the most intimidating Batman you've ever seen on the big screen. You see a little bit of the Batmobile, what we think is the Batwing, a lot of stuff. Then you see Batman in his mechanical suit, and Superman's floating in the sky above him, and you hear Batman's voice for the first time, which I thought was incredible. And it felt like it was voice modulated, and I don't know if it's just because he's in the robotic kind of armored suit, but he says, "Tell me, do you bleed?" And then Superman comes crashing down, and the screen kind of fades to black, and you hear, "You will." And then it says, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, blah, blah, blah. Really cool trailer. We posted it a million times. It's on amiontheair.com. Click on the trailers tab. Check it out. Now, for the rest of us, like Geeky Pat, for example, he's shown great patience. He's refused to watch the trailer because he's like, man, we're going to see this on the IMAX screen. I want to see it for the first time there. And I give the guy a lot of props for being able to hold out, because I definitely couldn't. But a lot of people were wondering, that kind of sucks, though. It ruined what was a really cool setup for us to go together and watch it, because we were planning now to be me and Geeky Pat and Friggins and Peeps, like, all go together to watch this, like, 2-minute trailer in IMAX. And now it's like, but the trailer already came out. So Zack Snyder tweeted out, and he said, don't worry. If you have passes and you're going to see it in IMAX, you will see a different version of the trailer with a few extra shots. So I don't know what extra is going to be in it. I don't feel like there was enough time between the leak and today to really like cut together something new and unique for the people that are watching it in IMAX. So I don't know. There might be like 2 new still frames or something. I have no idea. But we still plan to go tonight, probably in about an hour after I record this. So I'll tell you about it next week's show. But we plan to still go. We're going to get in line. We're going to check it out. And we're going to see what happens. Why not, right? Got free passes. Might as well see what the new IMAX Batman v Superman trailer is that Zack Snyder's talking about. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some swag out of it. Who knows? I heard there was a tease about a t-shirt or something. I don't know. We also posted, though, 2 brand new posters for this movie, which I think are incredible. There's a Superman one and a Batman one. And the unique thing about it is the Superman one, over his face, it's kind of like a wallpaper. And the paper's torn off in the shape of a bat symbol over Superman's face. And then on the flip side, if you look at the Batman poster, it's a really cool picture of Ben Affleck as Batman. Close-up of his face, but right across his face is the same thing, like the paper's ripped up into a Superman S. It's great. They're amazing posters. We've tweeted it. It's on our Facebook page. If you go to facebook.com/amiontheair, click on the DC photo album, and you'll see it right there. They're beautiful posters. And I know Peeps was like, I need that on a shirt. And I agree with him. And I think literally within the next week, we're going to see a t-shirt with both those designs on it. It's going to be awesome. Alrighty, so let's keep it going. Vin Diesel gives us a little bit of an update on Fast and Furious 8. He says that Fast and Furious 8 is going to be from Paul. And what he meant by that is he said Fast and Furious 7 was for Paul, and Fast and Furious 8 is from Paul, because they want to use an idea that Paul Walker came up with. So, pretty sweet. I like that they're still keeping Paul in their hearts and using it, in their passion for continuing the series. Let's see here. True Detectives Season 1 director Cary Fukunaga is going to direct the new event series called The Alienist. Joe Dirt 2 has been subtitled Beautiful Loser, in case you needed some more info on Joe Dirt 2. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone may re-team for a new movie called La La Land. Kung Fu Panda 3 has been moved up to January 2016. It was supposed to come out in March, but then they said, we don't want to go against Batman v Superman, so they moved up to January. Game of Thrones came back last week, and its return nabbed new record audience, making it the biggest season debut for HBO. Also in rating news on the not-so-good side, the MTV Movie Awards were last week, and the viewership sank to just 1.5 million viewers. Ouch. Celebrity Deathmatch is getting revived over at MTV2. Lots of reviving stuff. Kevin Feige has teased that Scarlet Witch will be in Captain America Civil War. He makes it sound like she is. There's been no official confirmation, but from a quote he did, it made it sound like she is. My only downside to that is, why just her and not Quicksilver? Does that mean Quicksilver dies in Age of Ultron? It might be the rumor. So we'll see. Insidious Chapter 3 is going to set up the Insidious franchise for years to come. They're planting seeds to really keep this franchise rolling. James Gunn says that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a story about fathers. Let's see. Chris Hemsworth says that he's contracted for 3 more films and that they'll be Thor Ragnarok and Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. Netflix has picked up Orange is the New Black for a 4th season. The 3rd season hasn't even debuted yet, and we already got a 4th season. Ugh. We got a first look at David Tennant and Mike Coulter in Marvel's AKA Jessica Jones, which will be the next Netflix show, so we got some looks at them. Netflix is producing Our Planet, a new Planet Earth follow-up series that will be exclusive there. Matthew Vaughn is in talks to direct Flash Gordon. That's pretty cool. I mean, Flash Gordon's a little got a little bit of a resurgence in pop culture from Ted. But, you know, Matthew Vaughn is awesome, and anything he touches turns to gold. So if he's getting behind Flash Gordon, then I'll definitely get behind it. Universal Pictures has signed Chris Pratt for the new action adventure called The Real McCoy. We have a new Mad Max Fury Road Legacy trailer, which basically is not only a Fury Road trailer, but it mixes in footage from the 3 original Mel Gibson Mad Max films also. It just kind of does this big anthology kind of mashup. It's pretty cool. Revolution, the TV show Revolution, was being reported that it's coming back to wrap up its story because it got canceled kind of mid-season on its 2nd season. But I want to clear the record that it's not coming back to television. What they're doing is they're actually going to do a comic book series and finish the show with the TV show writers, but they're going to do it as a comic series and just wrap up the storyline through art. So there you go. We got the new trailer for Love and Mercy, the new biopic film of Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. We got another new trailer for Results, starring Kobe Smulders and Guy Pearce. Let's see here. American Sniper arrives on Blu-ray and DVD and digital HD on May 19th. We got a series regular will not be returning for Arrow Season 4. I won't spoil it for anybody. It is a main character. His contract is up and will not be coming back to the show. If you saw the last episode, you can pretty much guess who I'm talking about. If you're not sure and you want to know, just look for the article on our Facebook and Twitter page to give that to you. I don't want to spoil it and piss anybody off. Zachary Levi, who I love, you know, he played Chuck on the TV show Chuck, which was awesome. He's going to host Geeks Who Drink. It's going to be a new trivia series that's going to be on the Sci-Fi Channel. Amazon is going to be streaming Orphan Black Season 1 for free on Amazon Prime, so that's pretty cool. The Wizard of Oz series Emerald City has been revived over at NBC. This was a show that was supposed to be on this past season on NBC, and then NBC canceled it before they even did the pilot. But now they're saying, you know what, that actually wasn't too bad of an idea. Let's bring that back. So they're bringing it back. Emerald City returning to NBC. Milo Ventimiglia and Amanda Scholl is going to be starring in the new thriller Devil's Gate. Marvel's new cinematic Spider-Man is going to be non-stop wit, says Kevin Feige. He says he wants, you know, the new Spider-Man to have that funny wit, speedy talking that he did in the comic books. Rumor mills have it that Mark Ruffalo may be included in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 as we move forward into Phase 3. So they said supposedly he's going to be featured in more than just the Avengers films. No word about him being in Civil War, which seems like a place that he might pop up in. But right now it seems like the best money bet is on Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which would be pretty incredible. So, of course, as we get into Trailer Palooza again, one of the biggest things to drop was on April 16th when the Star Wars The Force Awakens teaser number 2 dropped. Incredible. I wasn't blown away by the first teaser. I know everybody, when that 88-second teaser came out in like December, and everybody like lost their shit over it. They were like, oh my god, it's so amazing. It didn't even show anything. It was like, cut the black scene, cut the black scene, cut the black scene. And it was cool, but it wasn't all that great. This teaser here, pretty damn great. It's still a teaser, but it showed a lot more. It gave us more. We had a little bit of dialogue. Gave us that old school Star Wars vibe. You know, you see the planet everybody thought was Tatooine, which we found out is a new planet called Jakar. And you see like the broken down, battleship or Star Destroyer, and you see a broken down X-Wing, and you hear kind of the voiceover with Luke Skywalker saying, my father had it, and I have it, and my sister has it, and now you have it. Passing on a lightsaber, different people on the run. We see Kylo Ren, who's the new Sith Lord, with his crossblade lightsaber, which looks amazing. You now see his face, so he's got a cool mask. Everything was so cool in this trailer. Then you see the Millennium Falcon doing its thing, and then the screen cuts to black and you hear, Chewie, we're home. And you see the first shot of Harrison Ford again as Han Solo standing next to Chewbacca. Gives you chills up your spine. Incredible end to the teaser. Beautiful. And it makes me so much more excited for this film, and I cannot wait till we get the first official teaser, or the first official trailer, first full-length trailer, because once again, this is just a teaser, whetting our appetite, and they did a great job. I love it. It's killing in downloads right now. It's like one of the most viewed trailers of all time. Great job from J.J. Abrams and the Star Wars clan. We also have Everything Wrong With I Know What You Did Last Summer. Check that out. The Fletch remake is back on with Jason Sudeikis playing Fletch. We got an article up with David DeKnight, who is the showrunner for Daredevil over on Netflix. He sat down and talked to IGN about Season 1's biggest spoilers and Season 2 potential and a lot more. It's a really cool interview. You can check that out over on IGN, and you can click the link through our Twitter and Facebook page. Let's see. Ice Cube says that he still wants to make another Friday movie. It is his dream, and he says all parties are involved to be in #Last Friday. That is what they're tentatively calling the new film, is Last Friday, because they all believe it'll be the last one. But he says everybody from the first movie to the third movie is ready to go and ready to come back. I don't know what's taking so long, because I heard Last Friday was coming 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, and they still haven't made it, which blows my mind. So let's get it going. I want to see Last Friday. That's for damn sure. I love the first two. We got some new additional cast for the Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie show, The Night Manager. Check that out. Mortal Kombat 10 is officially the biggest launch in the franchise's history. So congratulations, because that's a long history there for Mortal Kombat. Robert Zemeckis and Steve Carell are going to adopt a documentary film for Universal Pictures. Ryan Gosling is in negotiations to star in the Blade Runner sequel, joining Harrison Ford. That's really, really big news there. Ryan Gosling's popping up a lot. We just talked about him doing that new movie with Emma Stone. We know he's in negotiations to do The Haunted Mansion with Guillermo del Toro, and now he's going to do Blade Runner sequel. He's popping up a lot. Also in rumor news, Netflix's Defenders, which is Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, are likely to appear in Avengers Infinity War Part 2. This is a really stretch of a rumor, though, because we know that the script hasn't even been written yet for the Infinity War, so I don't know how they could say who's going to be involved. I mean, I'm sure there's some light talks about that. If this is true, though, this is great, because we need these Netflix shows to match up into the MCU a little bit better, and I know after watching Daredevil, and I know the rest of the guys here at Red Dragons Radio pretty much agree, we want to see Daredevil on the big screen next to Iron Man. I want to see him with the team kicking some ass. I really wanted to see Matt Murdock pop up doing something, even just in lawyer form, in Civil War. So I love this rumor, especially if it's going to be all of the Defenders. I mean, it would make sense because we'd already have the Defenders by this point. So why not have another group of heroes come to try to help save the day? I think it makes sense. Alrighty, let's keep it going. Sarah Jessica Parker's new divorce comedy has been ordered to series over at HBO. Josh Gad and Jeremy Gellick, their musical pitch has gone to Universal. They picked it up. FX has nabbed rights to Furious 7, so they're going to be streaming that movie exclusively on FX for a while. Let's see. 5 more people have joined director Larry Charles's Army of One movie, starring Nicolas Cage. Russell Brand being one of those people, so that cast is stacking up. Kevin Hart, Louis C.K., their new animated project gets a new title and a release date. It's an animated film with animals. Wiz Khalifa's new single. Now, we haven't really talked about music very much lately, but this is a big deal. Of course, Wiz Khalifa does the lead single off of the Furious 7 soundtrack, and it's kind of like the goodbye song to Paul Walker. It's called See You Again, which is actually the title of that episode a couple weeks ago. That is the biggest Am I on the Air episode ever. The Wiz Khalifa single, See You Again, from Furious 7, gets 4.2 million Spotify plays in one day, making it the most streamed song ever in Spotify history. Very, very cool. Rumors are swirling about who Katie Lotz is going to be playing on the Arrow and Flash spin-off show. Word is she may be White Canary. She might be brought back via the Lazarus Pit, but she's not going to come out that pit the same. She's going to be a little evil, a little messed up in the head. And since her sister's now the Black Canary, she's going to have to be White Canary and kick some ass. So that is just the rumor. We'll see. We have some photos from the Force Awakens panel at Star Wars Celebration that you can check out. Judd Hirsch is returning for Independence Day 2. Very, very cool. Also returning for Independence Day 2 is going to be the president himself, Mr. Bill Pullman. So that's going to be cool. We got the new poster for Jurassic World with Bryce Dallas Howard facing the Indominus Rex. Very cool poster. Star Wars Battlefront is coming out. It's a new video game. It comes out in November. And it's going to be really, really cool because it comes out before Force Awakens, and it's going to come with some free DLC, including the Battle of Jakar, and you're going to do the final battle there on that planet that will lead into the Force Awakens, which is really, really cool. I like that they're all tying it back in. I keep saying Jakar. I'm sorry. The planet's called Jakku. 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 Sorry about that. The Battle of Jakku. Marvel's developing a new TV project with Oscar winner John Ridley. No word yet on what that is or if that is the Marvel, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff that we talked about last week. But some pretty good stuff is coming along here. Seth Rogen has confirmed that Dominic Cooper is going to be Preacher. Yes, he's going to be playing Jesse Custer, the Preacher man himself, coming to AMC. We've been talking about a lot of casting for this Preacher TV show. I love Dominic Cooper. He was a great Howard Stark, and now he makes his way to be Preacher. Boba Fett and Darth Vader will be playable in the Star Wars Battlefront game, along with you being able to fly the Millennium Falcon. Rumor alert, once again, that the new Green Lantern in the DC movie universe is indeed going to be the Jon Stewart version, not Hal Jordan. It says that the more and more they talk about it, they really just still want to distance themselves from the Ryan Reynolds film and just go with a completely different Green Lantern. It also says they're not opposed to having Ryan Reynolds show up in a little cameo, basically passing the ring off, which is what I've always said. I don't think that you should just play off that Green Lantern film never happened. I just think you should have him, if it was me, okay, and we know Justice League is going to be in 2 parts. So in the first part, I would have Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, for the first part of the movie. And either have him do the first full Justice League film, or have him die maybe halfway through the first film, and then the ring passes on to Jon Stewart, and then you move forward with Jon Stewart finishing out the Justice League film into the solo Green Lantern film. That's just what I would do. But at least somebody's mentioning the fact of a cameo of Ryan Reynolds, because I don't think that they should just pretend that never happened. If they want to go Jon Stewart, I think they should try to get Ryan Reynolds to cameo and pass the ring off. So keep that once again filed under your rumor mill. We have the new poster and trailer for The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. There's the new documentary film coming out on May 1st, and which talks about the Nicolas Cage Superman version that was being directed by Tim Burton back in the 90s. We have the new trailer for the horror film The Gallows, which looks pretty cool. Another new trailer for the movie called Dope. Let's see here. Congratulations to Furious 7, which also crossed $1 billion back on April 18th. It went past $1 billion worldwide in just 17 days. It was the fastest any movie has ever crossed the $1 billion mark. Not only that, funny by numbers, Furious 7 is now the 7th highest grossing film of all time. Wrap that around your head. So anybody doubting a Furious 8 is crazy, because you don't make $1 billion without a sequel, my friends. But congratulations, it is the biggest of the franchise, 7th biggest movie of forever in box office history, and the first film to cross $1 billion since Transformers: Age of Extinction, and the most money made since the biggest debut since Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Yeah. Alright, keeping it rocking and rolling. In case you were wondering, Star Wars has confirmed by Ian McDiarmid himself that says the Emperor is dead. Dead. Cody Smith McPhee gives us his take on the X-Men movie's Nightcrawler. He just talks about how he's going to play it and how he's not really trying to stick to what Alan Cumming did, but, pay respect to it, but kind of do his own thing at the same time. Elizabeth Perkins has also joined the cast of Preacher, so that cast continues to get bigger. We got the trailer for Star Wars Rebels Season 2. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just skipping through some stuff that we've already talked about. Next trailer up. Fantastic Four, the second trailer for the new reboot film. This film has been just all over the place. We heard it was getting made. Then we all started getting scared because they hadn't released any trailers or pictures or anything. And then they saw the casting and we're like, oh, they're so young. And, no one felt good about this. Then the first trailer dropped and it changed some minds, including mine. I thought it was a really good first teaser. Then the second trailer dropped over the weekend, actually on Sunday. Fabulous. I loved this trailer. It showed us more of the tone, the chemistry between the cast, their powers. The Thing looks incredible. So much better than a rubber suit like Michael Chiklis wore. CGI was the way to go with the Thing. He looks amazing. We got our first glimpse of Doom, Dr. Doom. I thought he looked pretty cool. I know we got some haters on Red Dragons Radio like Peeps and Friggins who were like, oh, Doom. Let's wait and see a little bit more, but I thought he looked pretty cool. They got to make him look different than the other version of the films. They got to mix it up a bit. We only saw one quick glimpse, but at least we saw a little bit of something. We actually saw a quick glimpse of him before he's Doom, right before they go into the chamber to go through interdimensional travel. This was just a great trailer overall. I thought Johnny Storm, when he's on fire, looks incredible. I mean, even his eyes are like on fire. Everybody's powers look great. I was just so impressed by this trailer. I am really looking forward to this film now. So check out the trailer. We also posted the new poster for the movie as well. You can check that all out on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. Great trailer. Absolutely loved it. So, yeah, I mean, I can't wait till, I put this in my top 10 of 2015, and I hesitated because I was like, oh, we don't know much about it. Now I feel good about where I placed it. We got an article telling you everything you need to know about Star Wars Battlefront all in one place, so you can check that article out if you're interested in that game. Writer and producer Simon Kinberg talks about how the Apocalypse movie will change the X-Men movie universe going forward, because it's going to be that much. The Star Wars Force Awakens new trailer has been seen 88 million times in the first 24 hours. Just 24 hours, 88 million times. Wrap your head around that. That, my friends, is Trailer Palooza. Lucasfilm is officially calling these standalone Star Wars films anthology films. So that's what they're going to be called. So the full title of the first spin-off, we already know it's called Rogue One, but the full title will be Star Wars Anthology Rogue One. So that'll be kind of the breakdown of that. We also found out from the Star Wars Celebration that the synopsis for Rogue One is going to be a rogue band of resistant fighters unite to steal the Death Star plans and bring new hope to the galaxy. So we had heard rumors that it was going to be about like bounty hunters and people trying to steal the Death Star plans. That is what it's about. So Star Wars Anthology Rogue One is all about that. The film will take place after Episode 3 and before Episode 4. And Felicity Jones, who's been announced for the movie, is going to be playing a rebel soldier as well. So that's what we know about the anthology. Let's see here. MTV's Eye Candy has been canceled. I didn't even know they had a show called Eye Candy. We have, like I said, the brand new Jurassic World trailer. So that, my friends, dropped this morning. That is the newest trailer of the bunch. It's excellent. I liked the first teaser trailer. This trailer just knocked it up 50 times in my book. I cannot wait for this movie. The action in this looks incredible. It looks scary. There's dinosaurs everywhere. They're mashing, they're killing, pterodactyls, all kinds of things. Chris Pratt is like working with raptors, getting to be like friendly with them. Like, I mean, it's just insane. It's a beautiful trailer. Check it out on the Facebook and the Twitter page. It's awesome. The new Jurassic World trailer just dropped today. Check that out. X-Men's Anna Paquin says that she would love to play Rogue again, but only on one condition. And that condition is that she needs to fly and be able to kick some ass. Because she knows that they underutilized her in the original trilogy. They really underutilized her in Days of Future Past, but we are getting the Rogue cut here soon. But yeah, she says, you know, I understand I don't want to be the feeble little teenager anymore. If they want me to come back, let me fly, let me kick some ass, and I'll totally be down to come back. I would love to see that. It just doesn't seem like Bryan Singer or anybody has any plans to bring Rogue back in at this point, which is a little sad because I think like Anna Paquin always looks like she's 20 years old, so I think it'd be easy to bring her back into the fold with the younger cast. I don't see why not. We have a very close-up look of the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice costumes. You see the Superman costume, the Batman costume, even the Wonder Woman costume, and you get to see the first biggest close-up of the Batmobile. So that is really, really cool as well. So it's a little video that they did over at the Batman lot. They have a Batman exhibit celebrating 75 years. It's really cool seeing the Batman outfit up close. He's actually bigger than Superman. It's insane. We have 4 new character posters for Tomorrowland, the new Disney picture. Billy Zane is going to be in Zoolander 2. Oh, yeah, because he's a cool dude. It looks like the next Transformers movie is coming out in 2017. They're getting writers on that right now. Originally, we had heard 2016, but there's just no way in hell. So they're working on it, and they did a conference call this morning through Hasbro and Paramount and everybody, and they said, yes, look for the next sequel to Transformers to be out in 2017. And we have... and lastly, just a little honest teaser for Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. I say honest teaser because it's like the honest trailers, but they did it for this teaser trailer, Batman v Superman. It's really funny. It's just a knock on it. It's how the honest trailers people do. And they're trying to get into the whole teaser trailer thing. And, you know, since it's Trailer Palooza, let's shoot that one out too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that is our news of the week. Let's get to our release dates and we'll wrap this baby up. On DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow and later this week, Taken 3, Cake, Everly, and because I'm a WWE fan, I'm going to shout it out, The Marine 4, Moving Target. Yes, there's 4 of the Marine movies. So those are all on DVD and Blu-ray this week. In theaters on Friday is going to be The Age of Adeline and Little Boy. And your box office. Number 10 is Cinderella with 3.9 million. Number 9 is the Divergent series with Insurgent with 4.2 million. Number 8 is Woman in Gold with 4.6 million. Number 7 is Monkey Kingdom with 4.7 million. Number 6 is Get Hard with 4.8 million. Number 5 is The Longest Ride with 6.9 million. Number 4 is Home with 10.3 million. Number 3 is the debut. It's Unfriended with 16 million. Number 2 is another debut. It's Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2. bringing in nicely $24 million. Very, very nice. And your number one film, once again, for the third week straight, it's Furious 7, bringing in another $29.1 million. Everybody's making fun of Paul Blart 2, saying, man, it's going to bomb, it ain't going to make no money. It made $24 million in its opening weekend to make it number 2, barely behind Furious 7. So it came close, another $5 million, it would have been the number 1 movie. So you can't knock out Kevin James and the Paul Blartness. So even though everybody tried to hate on it and say, I'm not going to watch that movie, a lot of people did. It's a good family film. So congratulations there. So there's your box office, and that will do it, my friends. It has been lovely being here again for Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega. Let me shout you out some stuff. You can, of course, follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air. You can follow me at DXDonMega. Our official website is amiontheair.com, and that's where you can listen to the show, look at reviews, Am I Still on the Air, watch trailers. All the new trailers we talked about are right there on amiontheair.com, so you don't even need to go searching for them all around the web. They're literally in one place on the trailers tab on amiontheair.com. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. We are on Stitcher. We, of course, are on Red Dragons Radio as well. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. RedDragonsRadio.com is our hub. It's where you can listen to us and all the other great shows here on Red Dragons Radio, like the People's Forum, This Week with the Geek, and Out of the Riffs, and Pro Wrestling Nation, all the other great stuff. Check out Red Dragons Radio and follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. So we are all up in your business everywhere. We're on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/amiontheair. We're on Instagram. Check out our 15-second movie reviews. Just search Am I on the Air. Just search Am I on the Air and find us everywhere we are. So for that, it is April the 20th. This has been Trailer Palooza. This has been Am I on the Air? And until next time, my friends, peace. Red Dragons!